Alright guys, my bad, I had to make another video because when I turned my car, I got my Apple phone automatically on play, like on my Apple Play, on my on my music, and it just automatically came on to cut the video off. So I'm making a whole nother video, but I just cut the car on from the last video. I'll edit everything out once I get the computer, but this is how I look in the inside. Toyota sure know how to make a car, man. Definitely back in those years, 2002. And look at the sunroof, look at the moon, and that's the back. I got the light right here, but I choose the, now I had the door lights on, but as you can see, everything is intact, the leather intact. Excuse the oatmeal, but I go to work. I take this to work, this car to work with me. And of course, I probably gotta tighten that up back there. You see that hanging back there? It's probably hanging back there from wear and tear, I'll find something to do with it and probably glue that back up there. Right, but this is how I look. As you can see, it's the passenger side seat. Boom. Oh, we gonna pop the hood for y'all. Driver's side jank. Excuse the wash rag. In fact, let me get that out the way so it'll look a little cleaner. Sorry guys about the lighter. Boom. I got my Pepsi right there. Alright, I took the rag out the way so you can see. It's a little wear and tear on the seat, but and it's no rips or nothing like that. So to me it looked pretty good. No rips in the center. This thing right here, don't worry about this. I'm gonna replace this, go to the junkyard and try to replace this part right here, because it won't stay down for some reason. It keep coming up. Alright, we're gonna turn this light off, because you got the option to turn it off. Now I choose to keep it off when the door is open. And this right here, guys, this is the V6. Excuse the camera real quick, I gotta lift up this hood. Alright. I wonder if I could turn the light on video. I don't think I can right now, but I think I got a flashlight. V6. And 3004. Cams 24, the famous 2002 engine that they all been talking about can get probably up to 1 million miles. But that shit, I had to change the knock sensors, so I had to take all this off. I got a new throttle body on there. I changed this throttle body. I changed that sensor right there. I also changed this sensor right here in the back. New battery, as you can see. New holes, because the holes that I took off when I was taking off the manifold to get to the knock sensors, it was so dry rotted. When I took it off with the needle nose pliers, it crumbled at the end. So I had to buy a whole nother one. So that was the replacement. Of course, the knobs were so tight at the edges, I didn't need those knobs to lock it down. So I just left it like that. But the only thing I haven't did yet, which is kind of difficult to do, is to get this bolt. If anybody can help me, get this bolt right here. That bolt, that first one that you take off, to get the phantom off right there in the back. I can't get it back on for some reason, man. My hand can't fit behind there. I feel like I gotta take this wire right here off. This wire right here. My hand can't fit back there to get it in the groove to turn it. So, I don't know, maybe I can get somebody to get a pull bar behind there and maybe put some force and lean it up, and I can get my hand back there real quick and just screw that joint in. So I'm gonna try to do that when my brother come down. But, oh yeah, I replaced all the motor mounts. I replaced the top one. I replaced the one right here on that side, the one right there. I think it's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I replaced this one in the middle, but I got it at home. Me and my brother, we just got tired. Yeah, this one right here, I ain't replaced. But I'll probably end up replacing it because I got the part in the house. So, I don't know, maybe when I get some time, I'll replace that mount right there. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it was nothing wrong with none of the mounts. It was shaking because I needed new front tires. And I think because of the motor mounts, it wasn't driving correctly. So it was stress on the motor. But as you can see, I got 2 front new tires, but I gotta get 2 rear ones. So that's all I did to it so far. Oh yeah. Alright, what I mentioned, the struts. I mean, I didn't mention struts. I mentioned the motor mounts. I got struts too, as you can see. Look at the top, they're brand new. They are brand new. Both of them. And the ones in the back. So I replaced all the struts. And I replaced the front brakes and the front rollers. I think, yeah. I think that was it. I think everything else I want to replace. Like I said, I got this part right here in the house. I got that motor mount right there in the house, but I just ain't put it on because like the package deal I got, it came with all 4 mounts, including that one right there. I just ain't take it off. I forget how you took it off, but I'll go back and look at the video again. That shit, excuse me for. I'm trying not to curse, but it was easy. The well wasn't easy, but it wasn't that difficult. I think you gotta jack it up and hit it from the bottom of speed boat, 1, 2, and then one on the next side, then the top jump, top one. I don't know if you gotta take that out. I think you do gotta take that one off. So now I just wreck it. I'll figure it out once I get time to put it on. Y'all see how I sound? Typical Toyota sound. That's nothing to worry about. That's just how Toyota sound. But yeah, that's all I'll release on there. Oh yeah, a few months ago, I let my friend hold the vehicle. And something was living in my engine bay. So as you can see, I don't know if y'all can see that down there, but it's like, it looked like some type of poop or something. I don't know what kind of animal that was, but eventually I'm gonna have to get down here and really do a real deep clean of the engine because it was something living in there, as you can see. When I took the phantom and all that off, I actually cleaned it the best I possibly can, but it looked good. Now with more stuff than this in there. It was stuff all back there, all this stuff, like a little mess. You know what I mean? But I put everything back together and I cleaned it the best I can. I probably gotta get down in there and take the air box off again. I don't know why I ain't clean that up while I was down there, but yeah, I'm gonna clean that up because that was nasty. Plus, when you turn the AC on and stuff like that, when it get hot, that stuff smells, you know? So I got to get down there and clean that off. But that was it, guys. That's it, guys. Like I said, I got 42,000 miles on it. Sound like it's on. Look, I got my running headlights on because one of them blew out and I don't feel like dealing with the cops and they bullcrap right now, so I just got the running lights on. Oh yeah, it got a little thing right here in the front, as you can see. That ain't not major. I changed the headlights though. I want the LEDs to make it look a little modern. And maybe I get the windows tinted. I don't know. I might get the windows tinted. Put that back in the trunk. Oh yeah, it got a big trunk. But I'm gonna do a review of the trunk again because I got so much junk in here, as you guys can see. I got a bunch of stuff in here. This is my old throttle body. And the crazy thing is, it works. It never was bad, but I thought it was the throttle body that was making my check engine light come on. So I had got one, replaced it, and it wasn't even my throttle body. So I just kept the old one because it wasn't never nothing wrong with the old one. So I put the old one back in the box. But I got a garage. I'll just put that in the garage real quick. Some old plates. I think this is from my Grand Jeep Cherokee or something. And that got towed. Yeah, this trunk big, but I got a bunch of junk in there, so you can't really even see how much room is in it. But as you guys can see, if you look up here, I'm gonna let it focus. I don't know, it's looking blurry. But I don't know if you guys can see that, but it say 243, 245. So it's 243,000 miles, 245. I bought it with 234,000 miles on it. So I almost put like 9,000 miles on it since I had it. But the check engine light did come on a couple times when I bought it and was driving it. And like I said, when I was driving it was shaking real bad. And I thought maybe it was an accident or maybe something was wrong with the wheel alignment or something. But like I said, I replaced the tires, and as I drive now, I don't know, let me do a little video. I wish I had my cell phone holder so I can hold my phone, but I'm a skilled driver, so I feel like I can drive and record at the same time. So I'm gonna give you guys how I drive, but it drives smooth. As you can hear, boom. Alright. It's better than all these cars you just seen right there, and they new cars. But we rolling, y'all. We rolling. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, one more thing. I gotta replace the brake calipers. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? Cause only reason why I know that, because sometimes when I ride, you know, like when you hear something like sounding loose, like jiggling, like that means like that's your brake, either your brakes or your brake collars. But I know it's my brake collars because I changed the front brakes, and it sounds like it's coming. That sound's coming from the front. But like I said, you guys, it picks up speed, as you can see, 140. Look, all right. Then we got the green light, y'all. All right, we just burned him. Mind you, we in the Toyota, baby. I see. Now, see, if I was to sell this car, I would probably want anywhere from 7 to 10 grand for it, because even though it got 200,000 miles on it, I put some major work into this car. Major work. And the knock sensors I did myself. But if I would have took it to a mechanic, that would have been at least $1,000 to a $1,500 job. Because they got to take the whole engine apart just to get to the knock sensors. Everybody knows dealing with these V6 2002 Toyota Camrys, you got to take the manifold off, you got to take the phantom off, you got to take a lot of stuff off just to get to the knock sensors. But what I did, it said it was banked too, because I actually read the paper from AutoZone, so it said it was banked too. But what I did, I just went ahead and bought the whole knock sensor kit with the harness and everything. So I changed both knock sensors plus the harness. So that's why I say 7 to 10,000. because I changed both of the knock sensors and the harness, because I seen guys online do the same. And I was gonna do a tune-up while I was down there, but like I said, my budget and my money was kind of funny at that time, and I couldn't afford the coils and the spark plugs and all that, so I wound up just doing a knock sensor job. Plus it seemed like it don't need coils and knock sensors, so coils and spark plugs. So I didn't replace them, but as you can see, we driving, y'all. And I got the sunroof open, and it feels so good, man. It feels like a brand new car. Like, I can't even explain the feeling of driving this. It feels like I'm driving a Lexus. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm driving a Lexus, y'all. And anybody know about these Toyotas? And the Lexus suspension and shocks might be a little bit tighter than this, but you know, since getting those struts from A1 Auto, I mean, oh man, it's been taking bumps quite well, man, quite well. So, like I said, fellas, like, yeah, man, like I said, now the sign on. You know, the check engine light was on. As you can see, I just got the inspection stickers. They don't expire until next April of 2023. Just got them last week because I fixed the knock sensors. So, as you can see, I took off. Y'all see how I took off? Excuse me, somebody trying to race me. I gotta blow them out the net real quick, you know. And now you hear it. You see why I say I need calibers. Yeah, probably, yeah, calibers and brake rollers. I don't know. I think I replaced the brake rollers, but I got to check back at autos on again. But I'm quite sure they're my brake calibers, because, like I said, from the looks of it, it don't look like nobody changed anything since this car came out. And those probably was the original knock sensors and the original harness wire that came with this car. So, like I said, I don't know who had this car previous, but you know, it's a nice little car, man. And look, we next to an F-150. We're gonna race him. We're gonna get him up out of here. Yeah, I got the V6. This ain't the V4 one, you know. This thing a little snappy. You know? She can get up and go, man. Like I said, babe, I'm selling it. I wanna buy it. 10 grand, man. 10,000. It's better than that Ford truck that you see. It's already outlasted that Ford truck 20 years already. So this car is 20 years old already, and it's still rolling. It's still rolling. It need brake calibers. It needs stuff, because the guy who sold it to me, like, y'all know what they say about these cars. They drive these cars all the way until, like, to the death, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking at Scotty. Scotty said the lady had one of these and she barely got an oil change for a year or something like that, or 2 years, and it still was riding. So I'm just like, damn, you know, people like kind of abuse these cars. But me, I like to take care of my cars, because, you know, your cars take care of you. So, you know, like I said, you know, when I put everything back together, I lost a little bit of cooling though. So when I did start it up and drive it, I ran the corner. My dad was changing his oil, and as I was just letting it sit and run, it had overheated. It had got hot. So what happened when it got hot? It had got hot. I hate when these guys on these little bikes, you can barely see them. But yeah, when they got hot, I had cut it off because when I looked in the car, the needle was all the way up to the top, to the hot. And you know, Toyota engines don't do well when under heat. So, you know, I cut it off, it cooled down, and then I put some coolant in it, and it never got hot ever since. So it just lost a little bit of coolant, guys, and I had to put a little bit of coolant in there. And that little bit of coolant did matter a whole lot. You know, so I just want to let you guys know that. I'm just riding around my neighborhood, you know. I'm just doing a video for you guys to let you see how, you know, how you can buy one of these cars if you can find one. If you can find one. This is a rare car. That's why when I seen it, I had to buy it. And the crazy thing is, I see that it had 200,000 miles on it. And I'll tell you guys what I paid for it, man. Y'all probably think it's gonna be a ridiculous price, but to me, I know what I got. So you know what I mean. I didn't mind paying it because I know what I have, and I studied on this car, so that's why I bought it. When I seen it, I bought it because, you know, I know they reliable. You know, I follow Scotty on YouTube, and I really like his content, and he's really beneficial with cars, man. I advise everybody to follow Scotty on YouTube. I forget his last name, but I know his first name is Scotty. You can find him on there. If you just type in Scotty, I'm quite sure he'll pop up. He got like 4.9 million subscribers or something like that. Really good mechanic, man. Really good guy, man. Great sense of humor, man. I advise you guys to go check him out. You know, check his videos. Go check some of his videos out, man. He'll help you, a lot of you guys out, like with your cars and like with your car problems and stuff like that, and give you like hints and little keys to keep your car running forever. You know. So I advise you guys. You know, if you're looking for, like, you know, you ain't got much money and you looking to fix your own car, do your own mechanical work, look at Scotty, man. He got a lot of good tips, man. He's been real beneficial to me. Yeah, check him out, man. He's really good. So, like I was saying, yeah, Scotty, I admire him a lot, and that's the reason why I'm coming out with my channel, because I kind of want to like help people, and I know it's hard out here now that this pandemic happened, and you know, people are like low on money and finances and stuff like that. So I know, you know, people don't really have money to pay for a car note, and with gas prices going up high like this to $4 or $5 a gallon, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you know what I mean? You got a V8 or a truck, I mean, you paying like $100 each week for gas, or over $100 each week for gas, depending on what you're doing, you know? So I advise, you know, people, I'm trying to enlighten people to be kind of like smart, you know? It ain't about what you got, it's who you are, you know? A lot of people, you know, a lot of people want nice stuff, you know. This, you know, ain't my dream car. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, this is my dream car, but yeah, this is one of my dream cars, y'all, believe it or not. A Toyota Camry 2002. I dreamed of this car ever since Scotty mentioned it on his channel, and he praised this car, and he swore by this car. Yeah, like, this is one of my dream cars. One of them. Of course, people got a lot of dream cars, but, you know, I'm a simple man. I don't need much. But like I was saying, guys, you know, people don't have finances is difficult now, you know, with everything going on, and you having kids and bills constantly piling up, you know. I paid $4,000 for this back in 2000 and last year. I paid for this. So it's coming up on like a year since I had this car, and it's been treating me quite well ever since. I'm not gonna lie, I had to put a little bit of money into it, but you know, it's typical maintenance, wear and tear, new tires, you know, brakes, new sensors, new knock sensors. Even though that job was, that was a job. But I'll talk to y'all about that later. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, this is for me, this is a good budget car. It's good on gas. I mean, they got these in V4, and you know, Scotty said these, you know, the V6s wear out before the V4. But you know, it all depends on how you take care of the car. You know, I think if you give it oil changes, you know, tune-ups and stuff like that, change certain sensors on time, change the brakes. These cars like this run forever, man. They start up in the cool, in the summer. Everything works in this car. The AC, it even got heated seats. So, and we talking about 2002 here. So, and the sound system is better than, I'm not gonna lie, this sound system in this car is, I'm not gonna lie, it's better than most newer car sound systems. I will put this car sound system against any car sound system that's out right now in 2022, and I guarantee this car sound system is louder. I guarantee it. With this aftermarket CD player in it, this car, the sound system is 10 louder than these cars. I don't care if you got Bose or whatever it is. I don't know what kind of JBL speakers are these. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but year these came out is really, really loud, man. And you don't need to change anything about the sound system in here. I would keep it the same. Only thing I would change is I would probably swap out and get a aftermarket CD player, because the one that I had in there, I'm trying to think that the CD player worked. The CD player didn't work, so I wound up swapping it out. The CD player didn't work. And then I'm trying to think that it had the MP3 or the AUX, but anyway, it didn't work, so I just swapped it out. And the aftermarket CD player is 10 times better than the one that came with the vehicle. But anyway, like I said, you know, you want to save money. I mean, it's good on gas. Like I said, I think right now, since gas going up, I'm maybe $60, maybe fill this up, 65. Yeah, 70 at the most. Maybe fill this up, but you'll be driving, you know, depending on how you're using it. If you're doing Lyft and Uber and all that, of course you're gonna burn that out in a day or 2, 3 days, depending on how you, if that's your main job. But I don't do anything like that with this car, not yet. But I'm thinking about it, because you know, it is a reliable car. Everything works on it, and it's kind of luxury. I think people will enjoy, like, you know, driving in it and getting chauffeured in the back, you know. So, like I said, I was just riding around my neighborhood, just giving you guys a look. It feels great out here too. It feels really, really good, man. But like I heard, guys trying to do a budget. It's a lot. There's a couple more things I want to do to this car. I want to change the headlights. I'm gonna get the LED headlights. What else I want to do? Oh yeah, the seat, the front driver's seat stopped moving up and down because it came off track. But guess what? I found the YouTube video to know how to fix it. I learned how to fix it. So Friday is Good Friday. This Friday coming up, so I'm gonna fix it on Good Friday. Cause I'm off that day, so I go get down in there and take the panel off. Get down there and put that thing back on track. Yeah, baby. She cruises, baby. Y'all see that? She cruises, baby. See, I gotta get them brake collars because I hear them. And I know they loose. Yeah, brake calipers. So maybe I'll just get the front ones. I don't think it need rear brake calipers because it's always the front ones that go first. So. House. Alright, that's enough room for somebody to park back there. Alright. Look, could you believe it? She's actually on. The car is actually on, y'all. Could y'all believe that? All right, let's see if I can turn on the radio. Let me give you guys a test.